then one of the hats were not there back. So I just found shit to do all. Packaged orders.
Attaboy. Oh my god. Can't wait to move out of this fucking neighborhood.
Why?
Hear the goddamn neighbor kids screaming.
I'm just happy that when I come over, your neighbor won't be mad that I parked in front of their house.
Fuck those people. I went and looked at a house the other day by Cowabunga Bay, yesterday. And like, if you think the parking here sucks, the parking there was like a million times worse. It was fucking shocking. Like, make sure the streams are looking good before we pile on.
Well, that's not what I fucking meant to do.
Frankenculture has like our like there's Frankenculture, thanks for the like. Levi, does it sound good?
Not listening.
Sounds fine on stream.
Jesus Christ. Surge91 wants to know if it's the audio super quiet or is it just his laptop? His 2008 laptop. I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's your 2008 laptop.
2008 laptop. Hell yeah, buddy.
Crank up some levels up in this bitch.
How's that Minesweeper treating you?
All of our inputs are pretty high, Surge. So I honestly do think it's you for once. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Frankenculture podcast, your video game podcast that comes to you every single week. I fucked up my own intro.
It happens to the best of us, don't worry.
I'm your host, Steve Picorni, joined as always by Stackhouse.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How's everyone doing? My name's Stackhouse. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram under Stacks House. Come over, say hi. All the fun stuff.
What was that?
I don't know. I opened my phone and I think I was still on TikTok, so I immediately closed it.
And making his triumphant return, Levi. How's it going, Levi? How you feeling, Levi?
I'm what?
How am I feeling? How are you feeling?
I'm 98%.
That's actually an improvement because I feel like you're usually at about a 96.
Yes.
That's a 2% gain.
Way lower, but I've been off a lot. But a lot of time to relax and recover.
Where can people find you if that's their deal? If that's their thing.
Twitter and Instagram. I'm Frankenboozy. And then hopefully this week I'll be feeling good enough to start streaming again.
Wow. And that's Frankenculture on all platforms. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Went to the farm today, and I feel like I still have farm smell in my nose.
That's just you.
I already showered, bitch.
It's not going to help. You can't get that smell off. That's just how you smell.
Joined
you, buddy.
By the king of the Detroit special, the mayor of North Florida, JP. What's going on?
Mayor of North Florida.
JP's a prick.
Guys? What's up, guys? It's JP, aka Dagger Sam. Maybe able to find me on Twitch every now and then, playing some cool stuff, hopefully.
He tried saying Michigan is the Florida of the North.
Did you take to that?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Of course he did.
We're not. Weed's legal
But you guys,
in
but
Michigan,
you guys put
not in Ohio.
pizza sauce
Just know
on
that.
top of your pizzas.
No, we don't. We don't.
That is true.
I am greasy.
I'm still
Serge.
trying to figure it out.
Every other place that we've been to says that the pizza sauce is on top of the pizza.
I thought about calling a place and asking them what's going on, but
Look,
I'm going to message the official Jets Pizza fucking social media team and go, what is happening, guys? Are you guys perpetuating this bullshit of sauce on top? Makes 0 sense.
there's a place
Never.
here called Good Pie, and they sell a Detroit style. It has sauce on top.
I've never not had
And I
a
wa- and I-
Detroit style pizza that doesn't have sauce on top. Always has sauce on top. Square
Well,
pan.
I think that it's just a
thick
deep
crust.
dish if it doesn't have.
No. No, you guys are all wrong.
Deep dish.
You live with that sauce on top.
Cheese. Pepperoni.
yo, okay. If you
Sauce on top.
Google, does Detroit have?
This is
sauce on
literally Jets
It says-
Pizza.
It says Detroit style pizza is a rectangular pizza with a thick crust that's crispy and chewy. It is traditionally topped with tomato sauce and
It's not.
Wisconsin brick cheese that goes
not.
all the way to the edge.
Here's
Yeah,
another
you're-
one. Here's another one. Here's a video.
That looks like Little Caesars, bro.
This is Jets Pizza, and you're a fuckstick.
Your Wisconsin brothers.
it
Fucking wrong. Whoever made that Wikipedia is fucking wrong.
was a straight Google response. It wasn't even a
All
Wikipedia. It was the first
now all I'm doing is just looking at Jets Pizza, and I'm just. That's the only reason for me to go back home.
And to never come back.
Sergio, fuck you. Jets Pizza is the best. And fuck you, Levi. You'd miss me.
It's called. This terms that describe particularly uncommon construction of square pizza crust cover. A Detroit red top is, I guess, what that originally comes from.
That's what we
It's got
had at.
pizza,
That's
it's
what
got-
it's called at Pizza Rock. Is the Detroit Red Top.
I like that you
Yeah,
called
does
it
it has
Detroit
pepperoni?
Red Top.
Yeah, Detroit red top.
Detroit Red Top. Hey,
There you go,
uh,
Chief.
I found some. It's not disconcerting news. It's different. It's not something I was expecting. Are you guys familiar with Kat Dennings?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah, right. Do you know who she's dating?
I wish it was me.
Andrew WK.
Really?
Dude,
Good for him.
Did you see his face? He was so happy. He's like, really?
it's so dude, like out of nowhere. He was and like he must have gotten divorced because his Wikipedia is like he's married to so and so. But no, him and Kat Dennings all over each other's social media. It's great. When
That's
it's time
weird,
to
'cause I
party,
just
we
saw
party
him post
hard.
A bunch of stuff yesterday, and he was wearing black. All black.
You know what? Are you saying that maybe this is Bizarro Andrew WK?
Could be. He doesn't like to party.
There they are.
It's weird.
JP, what's your opinion on Andrew WK?
I've listened to a little bit of his music, but I don't know him too well. Like I said, I saw him in concert one time at Aftershock in California. He's like, I don't know, his style of music is like cool, but I feel like he's just always just doing his own thing. You know what I mean? I don't think he's really.
See, I'm on his Instagram, and there's just no pictures of him with Kat Denning.
Watch the story. Watch the reels.
Levi, you got to get with Instagram trends now, dude.
There's one, yeah. Look at him being all lucky. Whatever. Rock and music career. Classically trained pianist. Now he's banging Kat Dennings. What a life.
Levi's just so frustrated. Whatever. Stackhouse just still looking into Detroit style pizza. Stackhouse, what have you
Looks
been
good.
playing on our 100th episode, ladies and gentlemen?
100th episode of the Frankenculture podcast. I have played the smallest amount of Final Fantasy 14, and that be it, folks. That's all she wrote. I
Really?
haven't played much video games at all this week.
What's going on in Final Fantasy?
More, well, like I said, I'm still catching up on content because the game's been out forever. So I'm just doing as much of this as I can. I was ocean fishing, trying to unlock a shark mount. Shit was cool as fuck.
Did Fat divorce you yet?
Nope, not yet. Still married to Fat. Final Fantasy.
And the last time I tuned in, I didn't realize it, but the point clicker is a butt plug.
Excuse me?
He's he has a thing with butt plugs, so he thinks that arrows,
Oh, first
like
off,
pointers,
also it was,
are
and
butt
Fat's actual wife too was like, "Oh, look at that butt plug."
plugs. You ruined it for everybody. Everyone sees a butt plug now. But no, that's really it for me. I didn't play too much of anything. There was a lot of work, go home, sleep this week.
Final Fantasy's wild. There's butt plugs.
Butt plugs is your loading screens, you know. All kinds of crazy shit goes down.
Hell yeah. Because they're missing
Hey,
out.
JP, what have you been playing?
Me and Levi briefly made a little transition this week from Valorant to CS:GO, which is clearly where they got the idea for Valorant. It's something I've known for a while, but I've never really played Counter-Strike too much. So we got into it, and I felt like I was doing pretty good, pretty decent. It's like it's very clear that the games are super similar mechanically. But somebody was also telling me recently that in Valorant, even though there's like a pattern to where your bullets go, it's still random.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're controlling the recoil, your bullet spread is still going to be randomly off of that line.
Yeah.
Which is super different. And actually, I kind of liked Counter-Strike because even though I don't know the gun patterns and stuff, it still felt more accurate to where I was aiming, and I was like the kills felt like they made more sense.
And that was always something that I'm pretty sure that most people enjoy about Counter-Strike is that the aiming in that game is about as perfect as you can get.
Yeah, well, it's weird when somebody told me that about Valorant, and I realized that it was random, the spread of the bullets. I was like, well, that's kind of crazy because that kind of like takes some skill out of it, and it kind of leaves it up to chance. And I don't know. I'm definitely gonna keep playing Counter-Strike some more, see which one I actually like better.
Man, CSGO's been
Levi,
around
thoughts
forever.
on your friend leaving you?
Well, I still like Valorant more, but Counter-Strike is fun. I hadn't played it in a year. When I downloaded the update, my last achievements were from literally April of 2020. So it had been a year since I played. But it's fun. It's just the same style. There's just no special abilities. So it's almost more of a level playing field. So
Uh-oh. The dynamic duo is finally disagreeing on a game, Steve.
what? No, I had
No,
fun.
we've been playing it together.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
no. What? You're trying to sow
I just like Valorant.
some
Valorant,
discord in the fucking group,
I
and it's not
like-
happening.
Yeah, I just like Valorant's the adding the abilities adds a different layer to the attacking and the defense.
Definitely.
So, but just a base game, Counter-Strike's just as fun.
Yeah.
So, super. It's a more. I genuinely feel though that Counter-Strike is way more toxic. So you literally every
Well, it's been
lobby
around
we
for
went
longer.
into is just mute, like because everybody's just yelling at it, and you can hear the enemy team. So, like if they're cursing and saying some weird shit, like you just mute everyone. Everyone gets muted.
Did you tell them that they were bad and they should delete the game and never play again, like you told that one poor child that one time in Valorant?
Oh, I don't think that was a child. All right, don't say that.
Levi yells at
told this
children.
young child to never play a game again and to delete it.
First off, they were attacking me. All right.
You can't attack your own team, Levi. God.
They pinned me
Sticks
in a
and stones,
corner, I remember
Levi.
that.
Sticks and stones, dude.
You guys are cornering me too.
Levi Morris attacks children who play Valorant. Delete the game, he says.
No,
Never run for office, Levi.
I will
Is
have
that all
to
you've been
find
playing then, JP? Was those two? little bit of
Yeah,
Valorant, a little bit of CS:GO.
yeah. Maybe this next week we'll. I know we're trying to play Deep Rock Galactic. Maybe we should try that one.
True.
That is a fun game.
I did I did check it out. I can't remember if it was this week or not, but I checked it out just like the little tutorial part, and it does look really cool. I don't know
Which game?
how much
Deep Rock Galactic.
Deep Rock Galactic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely looks like fun. Like there's like different characters and like these like dwarves that are mining stuff, and there's different types of like alien life that you have to fight while you're mining. I'm not sure what the main goal of the game is, but it looks like a fun game.
It doesn't feel like there's entirely a main goal, and everything's procedurally generated, so you can stay in one mine for as long as you want. But because I logged back in. I didn't write it down that I played it, but I did log back in and play once, and a lot of the economy comes from that mine. So even though you go into a mine with a mission to get gold, you can mine the other stuff and send it with the bot, and that's currency to buy the things on the ship. So also
Yeah, my
the level
driller
of
guy's got
gear.
a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I've been ramping them up. That's like one of the most fun parts of that game too, is kind of just leveling your character and getting like different abilities. Now
Yeah,
my
but even, like,
flamethrower is
yeah,
sticky.
You need
Where did you guys get this game? Steam?
Game Pass.
Xbox Game Pass.
Game Pass?
Free to play.
On console or PC?
I think it's on both. We told you to download it so we could play that day.
Yeah, no, it's here. It's here.
Xbox Game Pass, the thing that is undeniably
The best thing ever.
great. Like just great.
Me too, Surge. Me too.
Sergio with the hot takes. Levi, what about you? You've been down and out for the past week or so.
Same. Just Valorant, Counter Strike, and then mixed in PUBG a couple of times. And then I can't remember if it was this week or last week when I was sick that I tried Deep Rock Galactic again. I only logged in for maybe an hour, if that. So
Sometimes though, that's just one playthrough. Like there's been a couple
it
times
was
where I've
like
tried to
one
go.
mine.
Yeah, some of those mines are huge, and like what you need to do is massive.
But then, like, even that Deep Rock Galactic, which we didn't delve too much into it, but the characters play off of each other too. So
Yeah.
or can play off of each other. Different abilities and stuff. Like I think that character that I liked made little walls, but then there was another character that had like a grappling hook, so I could make walls and another person could grapple, and we could traverse things easier. So there's stuff to the game.
Was your character the one you were running? Was it the one that could build like the platforms?
Yes,
Sick.
it was exciting.
I think that I switched after the little tutorial part. I switched to the guy. He has these arms with
The driller.
yeah, he's like a driller. Like he can
Yeah,
just
dude.
break through walls super easy.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. We could have 2 drillers on the team because then we have 2 flamethrowers. That's what I'm talking
Yeah, the
about.
flamethrower is awesome too.
Levi stands in awe of my flamethrowers.
I have a turret.
I actually played quite a bit this week. None of you guys checked out the Resident Evil Village demo.
No.
Wow, you guys are on top of everything. I love it.
I've been working too hard to do that.
What? Vamp.
What?
What?
The fuck does vamp mean? For those of you that are audio listeners only, Steve is disappearing into the darkness of his house and then coming back.
There was a
He
baby
has
bear
returned to us.
emergency.
Oh.
So I got to play the Resident Evil demo. I think we talked about it maybe last week or so. That they were doing like that weird thing where it's only going to be available for 24 hours and you can only play for like an hour. So I actually remembered to download it, and got to play. Feels. I mean,
And
it's good. It's
Yeah.
real good.
but
There's no but.
oh,
It's
okay.
good.
I was like, is there a but?
No,
I have
it's.
to pee. I'll be right back.
And then for
are
audio
you
listeners only, this is where Levi leaves the room. He's taking his headset off, gently placing it on his tree.
Yo, on a
looking
real note,
away from the camera.
he needs to do something with that hair because that bald spot in the front.
Oh, hang on.
Did you get a haircut?
No,
I fucking hate you.
I'm gonna
JP,
grow
this-
it. I said.
This cat comes in the other day, and his hair's curlier than fucking ever, and looks at everyone with a straight face like there's nothing wrong. I almost lost it.
What the fuck do you want me to do with my hair? My hair is curly. You
Shave
fuck.
it off. Shave it off.
No, I'm gonna grow it out. Just out of
never come
spite.
into this. Big beautiful girls. But it's good. It's I felt like it was really playing up the like almost like a survival horror game type fucking gameplay. Your character is just always yeah, and like that adds like a degree of stress as you're fucking even just walking past a hallway where you know nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, just him like breathing like he's afraid of everything. There's a couple puzzles in it. So originally on the PlayStation, there was the castle demo and then the village demo. This is both of them for Xbox, but you don't get an hour for both. You get an hour like combined. So each demo I found only really took me about half an hour to get through. Castle one a little bit less. It was like 10:30 and I was tired because I'm an old man. So I found myself running through like the second part of the demo.
Mhm.
But I really enjoyed it. I wasn't 100% sold on it when it was announced. I know we were talking where it was like, yeah, but this just makes me want to go and get it. Like I'm 100% down for this. And then I'm seeing like more and more about like the different enemies and like the four lords. Like the tall vampire lady is really only one of the enemies, not the main one.
Okay.
There's also like some woman running around with like a puppet and like looks frightening. Yeah.
Looks frightening.
But it seems like the village aspect of the game comes from these four lords in different houses, which creates said village. But yeah, and really the only enemies you fight in the village demo are some werewolves, like werewolf type characters, and then in the castle, like ghouls, I guess. Ghoulies. But I really enjoyed it. I can't remember. Was there crafting in the last Resident Evil?
I mean, like to make healing stuff.
I feel like there was always crafting.
Yeah.
Well, could you
It was
make
like
could you make bullets?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you can make bullets now.
Sick.
Yeah.
Fallout meets Resident Evil. Let's go.
The castle demo, you do meet the shopkeep, aka Levi
you buying?
Cosplay. And then
Do I have to worry about being over encumbered?
Yes.
well, okay, so there is it's back to like a cache type inventory management where you get, like 16 blocks of inventory and the gun is going to go this way and take up this much, and like your herb is going to take up
Healing.
this much. Yeah, so like there's inventory management that you will have to worry about. The shopkeep he's selling like an extended case right off the rip, it seems like. So if you can get enough of the monetary system of the game, I forget what it's called, but you can extend your inventory.
Microtransactions.
I think you could craft some stuff in the last one.
I can't remember. Like, it was fucking forever.
You could craft. Apparently, you could craft neuro rounds with strong chem fluid and a separating agent. I don't know how in depth it was. It's been a while since I played the last one, but super good. I hope this one's.
Why are you yawning? Damn it.
The graphics in this game look fucking crazy too. Like, you're like, it's not even necessarily in a cutscene. It's just a character like walking around, but the face is so realistic. It's fucking actually kind of disturbing to watch. Also played a little bit more of Star Wars Fallen Jedi. I've gone completely into story mode. I've cranked the difficulty down all the way because I just don't give a fuck. I just want to beat this stupid fucking game.
JP, thoughts on these statements? These horrendous statements by one Steve Picorni, hater of all Star Wars games.
Excuse me. Super Star Wars for the SNES is great.
I really can't believe you hated it. How much further did you get?
Well, like I said, I was on my way to get the force push power before last episode. I have that power now. All the shit talking in chat, I really don't like. But even with the force push now, I'm like, okay, this game's okay. There's still instances where it's like, Stormtroopers were never this good. Just fucking so stupid. These fucking goat creatures. Look at Levi utilizing a cough button. I'm shocked.
Proud of him, dude.
But again, I've cranked that difficulty down just to fucking story. And I'm enjoying it a lot more because I don't have to, I just don't care.
Play it on Jedi Grandmaster, then you get really pissed.
Do you want me to die? Like in real life?
You would get pissed if you play it on that. Like,
you want me just to fucking rage?
I felt like playing it on that difficulty. Oh, you will. I felt like playing on that difficulty. It was one of those things where it was like, this game is just not Dark Souls, even though they have like the parrying system and all that other stuff. But playing it on Jedi Grandmaster was just like, after a while, I was like, nah, I'm not doing this.
Sucks all the fun out of it.
I don't feel like they've earned that. For me to go and play that mode, it's just not worth it. Again, I'm enjoying it a lot more. I'm trying to think. There was a fucking, as I was playing, I remembered a point I wanted to bring up. Oh, the fucking checkpointing system absolutely blows in that fucking game. Like, if you die, pardon?
How so?
It's just not. Essentially, there are no checkpoints. There's meditation sites where, like, you can save, and then if you die, you go back to that meditation site. But you can enter, like, before you get the force power, you go through, like, 4 of these fucking goat creatures. Then you go down in this other area. And then once you get down to that other area, there's these plants that explode and, like, a little more puzzling. And it's super easy just to fucking die, which I did. And then you just go all the way fucking back, and then you got to kill the fucking goats again and do this stupid fucking puzzle again.
Very Souls-like, it sounds.
I don't hate Star Wars games. Pod Racing for the Nintendo 64 was great. The Super Star Wars games for the SNES were great. I'll even talk about the Star Wars arcade game. That game's great.
Steve, before this Star Wars,
I'm getting really upset that
Star Wars
Sprout
game
will not look at the camera. Hold on. There he is. What was the question?
What was the most recent Star Wars game you played before this one? Like no GameCube or PlayStation 2 or any of those? Or like the original Battlefront and Battlefront 2?
I did play Battlefront.
So you have played more modern ones.
You have 2 of those things?
Yeah. Yeah, I got 2 dogs. And they look like brothers, but they're not. You know what? You know what game sucks but is also awesome? The Star Wars fighting game.
Oh, the one for like fucking Super Nintendo, right?
No, it was for PlayStation.
It was like Tekken, but shittier.
Yeah. What was it called? Marty had it. He always talked about it
Masters
all the time.
of Terra's Casil.
Yeah, there you go.
It
That's
is.
the one.
It is not good. But I remember the guy across the street had it, and we would just play the living shit out of it. Boba Fett just fucking karate kicking people in the face. Can't go wrong, guys.
We need to do a stream where Steve just plays Star Wars and we just all commentate.
Oh,
while it's
dude.
playing. But on Jedi
Yeah.
Grandmaster, though. Jedi Grandmaster.
Okay.
That doesn't
And we
sound
all
fun.
just commentate.
Sounds
it's gonna
fun
be
as
fun
shit.
for
What do you
everybody
mean?
else.
Yeah. That's fucking content we need, Steve.
No.
And we'll just
I
all
don't
sit here
believe
and
so.
drink and you play that.
This is this content. This is, you know what, ladies and gents, this month we'll do that on the Culture Twitch channel.
No, I'm busy.
No, you're not.
I'm busy.
No, we'll just record the podcast while you do it.
Moving on. Another Game Pass game that I played. I can't believe all the games I fucking played. I think I played more games than all three of you put together.
Cool.
Yeah, what the fuck have you been doing? Where did you get all this fucking free time?
I'm putting effort in.
You're taking care of a child,
I played
having a wife,
Rain on Your
cooking dinner,
Parade.
looking at houses.
Well, admittedly, his wife doesn't like him much. They don't hang out together.
We went to the farm today, you idiot.
That was mostly for Oliver. It's
I
all
saw-
for show.
Stop being a dick.
Which played Rain on Your Parade, which is
Well, how is it? I just downloaded it before the show. You need to tell me.
it's great. You're gonna fucking love it.
Okay.
It's half mindless game, half puzzle game, but then like I kind of don't want to ruin it for you because you're gonna play it, but I'm going to ruin it anyway.
Okay, ruin it. Let me.
You're gonna play through, and you're gonna go to a level, and suddenly it's like Metal Gear Solid. Like suddenly it turns into like a stealth game, and then like you're playing through. Dude, I was just playing a level, and it's Doom or Wolfenstein. Like
Yo, I'm so excited to play.
it turns
this
into
game.
like
I've
an
literally-
FPS.
When we were talking before the show, that's why I was talking about this. I was looking through it, and I was like, "Oh, this game looks pretty fucking cool. Let me download it."
Yeah, like downloading it, I didn't really know what to expect. It was just like one of the new games on Game Pass.
Yeah.
And essentially your cardboard rain cloud just ruining everyone's day. Like some of the first levels is just like get everybody wet, and then as you go through, you get different powers. Ooh, Sergio's getting in and out. That sounds delicious.
I want In and Out. Can I have some In and Out, Serge?
Like you get a snow power, you get a thunderbolt power, you get a tornado power, and each level kind of has you using those in a different way. At one point, you're leading a zombie horde through this city and just having them like demolish everything. Like you need just to do all of this damage to the town. There's different. There's a lot to like this little game, and it's fucking great.
Is this only on the Switch?
It's Game Pass.
No, it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, fucking.
He's like, God damn it, I
Why
gotta
are all
download it.
All these games, yeah, for sure. All these games on Game Pass,
Dude, it's the
crazy.
best thing ever.
Like so many games on Game Pass. There's more games on Game Pass than you can keep up with, even on PC. There's
100%.
that many games that it's like every time you check it, there's going to be something new that you want to play, and it's not. Game Pass is not expensive at all. It's really good.
After watching the Mortal Kombat movie, I did get a hankering for some fighting games. I had
play
Tekken
Mortal
Tag. I did, so I bought Mortal Kombat on eBay.
Wait, oh fuck, you fool. You should have got it on Steam. We could have played together.
I don't like sitting here.
Oh, okay, fair enough. That's fair.
And like we probably wouldn't have been able to play. I feel like my PC would just kind of like implode. Like when I was trying to play fucking Jurassic Park. So I played Tekken Tag Tournament 2. It's all right. I mean, it's Tekken Tag. I love that game. I don't know when I bought it, but it's just in my Xbox library. So I bought it at some point. And then there's a Power Rangers fighting game on Game Pass that I downloaded. The fighting was just way too slow for me. It felt like every single character was like fighting in pudding. And as much as I love pudding, I don't want it in my fighting games.
What's your favorite flavor of pudding?
He
Banana.
mixes them all together.
Yeah, banana pudding with some Nilla wafers up in that bitch, please.
Oh, Levi, what's
Hell
your
yeah.
favorite flavor?
I'm gonna have to
Or
go
just
with
all of them?
Steve.
Yeah, we're all on the same page here.
Oh yeah.
For once, we
Yeah.
all agree on something.
So the Power Rangers game, it's gotten great reviews, and I was kind of bummed. And also, the sound design was really fucked on it. I felt like some of the dialogue was a little soft. The music was super loud at some points, and then it would like flip flop, and I just couldn't get into it. And then on Steam, I did pick up Fire Pro Wrestling World. I just got the base game. It was under $10. Steam was having a sale, amazingly enough. But
Save 70% on Fire Pro Wrestling World on Steam.
yeah, but I definitely feel like I'm missing some things because there's another $27 worth of DLC. Some of that includes like a story mode, but the game is incredibly difficult in the sense of like when we would play Revenge or like No Mercy, there's no real timing you have to get down, and Fire Pro Wrestling is all about timing. It's all about hitting button presses as soon as like you go
Correct
for the
time.
lockup. Yeah, you have like I had to look up fucking videos to figure out when to press the goddamn button to just get through the tutorial because the timing is so precise.
Playing a game like that when we couldn't just look up how to do it.
So funny enough, I do have Fire Pro Wrestling Returns for the PlayStation 2 in my garage. But for that game, they actually changed the grappling system to like a button press system. So you would like tap X a bunch of times to be able to execute your move. So I haven't gotten too much time with Fire Pro Wrestling, but I'm definitely going to dig into it. The Creator Wrestler mode is supposed to be fucking huge. If I want to download some like extra creator wrestlers, though, I think I have to purchase like one of these expansion packs, and it's like $27. And I just need to figure out if it's worth it, if I'm going to play that much, especially with Resident Evil coming out like next week.
Looming, yeah.
Yeah, or this week. It's out on Friday.
It's later this week.
Well, Stackhouse, now that we're talking about releases, why don't you dig into what else is coming out?
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hang on. Let me try and do this like last. Ladies and gentlemen, on May 4th, you're going to be getting The Colonist on PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch, as well as Dark Knights with O and Ro on PS4 and Xbox One. On May 6th, you're going to get Demio on PC VR and High Rise on PC. On May 7th, you'll be getting Blazing Beaks on PS4 and Xbox One. Steve, what is Blazing Beaks?
I don't know.
No. I was thinking you did. I was like, Blazing Beaks, what? And then you'll also be getting The Invisible Hand on PC. Last, but certainly not least, also a state release, Resident Evil 8 Village on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, or PS4, Xbox One, and Stadia on May 7th. That is this week's weekly releases. I don't know about any of these games except for Colonist and Resident Evil.
Blazing Beaks says that it's a roguelite.
Cool.
And it looks like a 8-bit pixel type game.
Take a gander. Oh, I see.
Seems like it came out 2 years ago for the Switch. So you're getting a 2-year-old Switch game on the PS4
just get it
and
on Switch.
Xbox. It's $15 on the Steam store. Jeez Louise.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Insanity.
But no, yeah, like Steve said, later this week we got Resident Evil 8 Village for all you Resident fans. Be ready. It's gonna be dope, I'm sure.
Hey, what's that coming out on again?
PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, and Xbox One.
And
It just says those 5.
and no.
Stadia.
Yeah. Stadia.
I don't know if you heard
Levi.
me. I literally said it's a Stadia release before I read the rest of them. The dream stays alive, Steve. I don't know how it won't die, but
Levi, fuck you.
I'm pro Stadia.
Steve, is Rain on Your Parade? Is that like a big multiplayer game?
It's not.
I do not think so.
No, so it's single player. And it's fun.
Fun.
Like it's fun. And you can like I don't know how many levels there are, but like the levels are super short. It's not going to take you that long. But it really throws off some Katamari Damacy vibes, which I fucking love those games. It just makes me like wish there was like a new Katamari Damacy. Like Katamari Damacy on Series X or like PS5, like with that processing power. I feel like would just fucking be crazy. The amount of shit you could like scoop up. Speaking of
Fucking
PS5, those fuckers have sold 7.8 million units.
Where are they at, Steve? Can you tell us where those units are at?
It's not needed now, Levi. You were gone last week, and we realized.
You're wrong.
Steve,
you tell me where I can find one of these 7.8 million units.
even my brother-in-law was just saying that he had one in his cart on his computer and on his phone at Target, and he didn't get either of them. So I don't know.
Can you tell Levi where the PS5s are, Steve? So he
doesn't want a PS5. He barely wants a Series X. Billy got a. How is Billy enjoying his Series X, Levi Morris?
He plays it for 15 minutes and then stops.
Yep, I figured. Remember when he got PlayStation VR? That was cool.
Yo, that was cool. I got to go to Levi's house and play it. That was fun as shit.
Yeah, I think we still have it.
We would go over to his house and play it.
We could have you reviewing PlayStation VR games.
I'd have to dig out my PlayStation.
Just
If
use
you wanna
Billy's. He's not
you
using it.
You can use mine.
No.
All the fucking excuses in the world with you. I just want to play more PUBG, Valorant, Call of Duty.
No. Before we got into news, I was going to say that I was talking to people in Discord, and I was, with Destiny being as shit as it is, like I haven't played it. It's not very fun anymore. And like Final Fantasy is great playing it, but it's a lot of work like to play that game. It's fun to play games like that fucking what we were just talking about. Like that's what I enjoy with that. It's just fun. There's no work involved in it.
What, Rain on Your Parade?
Yeah, stuff like that. Like that, Carrion, I was playing again a little bit like last week. Like, games like that are just fucking fun.
Yeah, I like stuff like that too. Like you're not gonna have a bad time. I probably will play it because of that, because it's just like something that I can pick up and just relax and enjoy it.
Tetris
I think
99.
I think a lot of it too is just the single player aspect of it. Like when they say that single player games are dead, like they'll never be dead for me because I don't want to have to have somebody relying on me to like be good.
Yeah, I had that discussion on a stream one time. I was like, I enjoy single player games more, I think, than I enjoy multiplayer games for the most part. Like they're more fun. Multiplayer games are more work.
And the other thing is you never really know what you're gonna get out of a multiplayer game. As far as like for that day that you play it. It might be fun. It might be stressful. You never know. But the single player games, absolutely. Like you can never go wrong with a God of War.
No, you can't.
You're not gonna go wrong with Resident Evil 8. I can tell you that right now. If you guys buy Resident Evil 8 and you like that kind of game, this game's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing.
Well, Steve's lost something.
And Oliver can watch me play that game, and he tells me "good job" when we finish the level.
And when you die over to those goat things and start,
I get real fucking hyped when he's like, "Good job." I'm like, "Yeah." He's playing Lego Indiana Jones right now.
How's he
which was
liking it?
another game that I have in my fucking library that I was like, okay, I have this. Sure, let's download it. That and like the Star Wars Lego games.
Before I totally the conversation, I want to know where the PS5s are. I don't know anybody that has a PS5 yet, and I know a fair amount of people.
We
I
know
don't
one person.
Goddamn person.
We know one person that
Who?
was able to buy it.
Oh, Jeff.
No. But then I think he sold it because he had to buy a dog.
Oh yeah.
So we do know
That's
one
right,
person that
forgot
bought
about
it.
that. Fuck you.
In their latest earnings report, Sony confirmed that a further 3.3 million units of the console were shipping worldwide, bringing the overall number to 7.8 million, which is an increase of 200,000 from the 7.6 million figure posted by the PlayStation 4. So it's already outselling the PlayStation 4. I remember, Levi, you might remember this, being so stoked for the PS4.
Yeah, it was like that. I didn't buy the 3. I skipped the 3. The PlayStation 4 was pretty exciting, but I'm not
And then
excited.
he
for
let
this
it rot.
PlayStation.
I don't think any of us are very excited for it. I'm sure one of us will end up buying it when they're actually available and on a sale. Yeah, you are going to be the one that buys it.
I think the craziest thing is the jump between this past generation and the next one. Like I think the jump between PS3 to PS4 was like clearly the gap was clearly larger. So I think a lot more people were excited about the PS4. But the PS4 to the PS5, it seems like the PS4 is still a great console. It's still a great console. I just sold, I had an extra PS4. I sold one recently. I opened the thing up, blew out the heatsink and everything for the guy, and even then, like I didn't need this thing at all, and I just felt like, should I be letting this thing go? I don't know, but I hope it went to a good home because it's a great system, man. It was a great system.
And we had that conversation when before the systems came out. I think when we were like the hype seemed less going into this generation because of like the 14 different versions of the past systems that came, like the 4K versions and all that. And that was when this came out, and then it was like, oh, there was a hype train for Xbox because you it all way better looking past in whatever resolution the ad is in. PlayStation doesn't have that kind of stuff. So I mean, like that's for me. That's the seller. Like, cool, yeah, the PlayStation 5 is sick. Cool, whatever. I have no rush or need to one right now.
And I think again, a lot of those like half steps that each manufacturer did. So, and Xbox was guilty of this as well with the Xbox Pro. Is that what was it called? You have
Series
it, Levi.
X.
No, the
Oh,
Series
it's
X is
just
what's
called
out
the
now.
It's just called the Xbox One X.
Yeah. So that was their half step, and then it was the PlayStation Pro. So it was these half steps where we're not necessarily getting, we're not necessarily getting something amazing like jumping again, like you said, JP. It's not a huge jump. A lot of what I think we're seeing now is just quality of life improvements. Like for Series X, I can just speak to that because I have one. Booting up the game, super quick. Aside from Star Wars, where again those loading times are just out of fucking control. Everything else is super smooth, super quick. Even to the point where I feel like downloading games on the Series X is much quicker than the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. That Resident Evil demo was 10 gigs, and it took me 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. It also tells you like, hey, you're playing a game, like you have a game in standby mode. If you close that, it will increase your download speeds. And you do see a huge jump in download speeds. So I can't speak to PlayStation 5, but the quality of life improvements with the Xbox is just amazing. Beats any PC, especially one with LEDs. Where's my light bulb, Stackhouse?
No, it's actually the thing is that on PC, a lot of people they play with higher refresh rate monitors, and it adds to that smoothness when you're playing certain fast-paced games, especially like FPS. but you're going to start seeing that on console soon, and it's going to demand that you actually pay attention to the refresh rate of your TV now, because they're so powerful. It's to the point where you're going to see you probably will see 120 FPS games instead of 30 or 60.
That was honestly one of the things I was shopping for when I bought my new TV, was looking at refresh rates and looking at how many HDMI ports it has, because there's so many TVs at this point coming out with like 2
One.
HDMI ports. Yeah, it was ridiculous. And if you figure,
Very mad.
yeah, I mean, most houses are going to have these issues where it's like, even if it's not a video game system, you're going to have like a Blu-ray player, you're going to have a Roku, or no one just has one streaming stick. Like, it's ridiculous. Trying to find something that could handle, Apple TV, Switch, PlayStation, and the ability to, like, if we get a PlayStation 5 or something, it's impossible. Like, the fuck? And I don't want to hear, Levi, your multi HDMI thing.
It works for me.
It's because you don't care about graphics
I'm not
or
playing
fidelity.
anything graphically demanding. So
You're the worst.
that's fair.
PlayStation 5 continues to face stock shortages worldwide due to various factors pertaining to the global pandemic and manufacturing issues. Despite the stock issues, it has managed to do well and is on pace to outsell the PlayStation 4 in its launch year. Crazy. Fucking PlayStation. Moving on to something that JP and Levi should be all about. Riot Games to record Valorant voice chats to combat toxic behavior. So this is coming from ASV Tech 352 Blogspot. As an effort to tackle the abusive behavior of toxic players, Riot Games is updating its privacy notice next month that will be using new tools to scale back toxicity. The primary game to use these abilities, which
Oliver,
Oliver!
He was hiding.
What's up, Oliver?
What's up, Oliver?
Hey, buddy.
Oliver, is your dad dumb? Yes.
that you should be sleeping.
Does he smell like a pig?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Go bed. Go bed.
Let's go.
Fucking love Oliver, dude.
He does this thing now where he comes downstairs and will just hide. So like my back was turned, April's doing homework, and he'll just like pop out, but not say anything. Like he'll just like walk out. It's fucking incredibly
Like a
frightening.
spooky ghoul?
Yeah, 100% like a spooky ghoul.
Like a little dead, haunted child? It's
The one
amazing.
day, one day, I just felt like I heard something, and April walks to the kitchen, and he's just like there, and he's like, like, "Ugh."
It's amazing.
Back to Valorant. So, it's going to start recording in-game voice chat when a report is filed. So, let's say Levi goes and tells some kids to delete the game from their systems and throw their Xbox away, and they report it. Valorant will now
Banned.
pull the audio.
Ban him. Put him in jail
From
and cut
that
off his
session.
fucking thumbs.
The audio data will be stored to be used when players report those engaging in abusive or disruptive behavior. The info is then checked if anything violates Riot Games' terms of service or other policies. It'll be made available to the violating player if any violation is found and deleted after it's not needed. What's great is Levi says that to those kids. They report him, and then Levi has to hear himself tell those kids to delete the game. I think you're muted.
No, I'm not muted. My computer's laggy.
Oh boy.
So-
What do you guys think about this? As Valorant players, what do you guys think about something like this?
I think that it's funny that that's happening right now, because just this past week it wasn't just Valorant, it was Counter-Strike too. It was just extremely toxic. Like like this week in particular, I probably met the most toxic people in Valorant. I'm not kidding. This is totally coincidence. There was a guy in the game, and he's like, we were discussing the mechanic where you play time in the game, and it basically means that the time's gonna run out before they can plant the bomb. And this guy had like 5 seconds on the clock. You need 4 seconds to plant a bomb, and if the enemy team that's attacking kills everybody on the defending team, they win the round anyways. So playing time means
Run and hide.
to it basically means, yeah, you can afford to hide from them because there's no way that they're going to plant in time. And I tell this guy, I don't tell him to play time. I just tell him not to push them because he's actively pushing them. And I'm like, what can I say fast enough that this guy's going to listen to me? I'm like, don't push them. And the guy gets all mad and he's like, that's a bad call. You should be telling me to play time, because basically he straight up says that he if I told him to play time, then he'd look at the clock, even though he was in the middle of pushing them. And he was just making some weird point that it was a bad call and that he doesn't trust me. And I'm like, well, you're playing on a team, dude. Like, you have to trust your teammates a little bit. That's how this works, you know. And he just was going. It was a really long thing, and then it wasn't just a problem with me. It was a problem with everybody else on the team. And then when everybody else was agreeing that he needs to calm down and just chill, all of a sudden we're all friends apparently and banding together against him. It was just.
Why are you guys bullying this poor man, dude? He was just.
It's situations like this where like everyone on the team will mute the player because they don't make sense. They're being toxic and they're just being aggressive for whatever reason. And then the whole team mutes the guy, and it's like, well, yeah, we have a lot less chance of winning the game now because no one wants to hear you.
Valorant, like, the option's already there though to report people for comms abuse. So I was curious how they were approaching that pre this.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
They're probably going by the amount of reports the player gets before they act on it. Now you'll be able to report, and there will be audio evidence of it.
Yeah, it could be like a
That's
thing.
how-
If I get an email from Riot about I'm temporarily banned, and I'm curious how much baiting there's going to be. So Microsoft already has this thing that I stopped falling for a long, long time ago. That if somebody messages you, it says like "get good," and you reply back, "shut up, stupid idiot." They'll report you calling them a stupid idiot, and Microsoft will send you a chat ban. So I'm curious as to now how much baiting though will be attempted.
Hold on.
So
How many
well.
times? How many times you got chat banned?
Once.
I remember that one. I was like, hold on. I remember at least one.
So I stopped using curse words when I'd reply to people and things like that because that's an easy report. But I'm curious though how many people will try and abuse this new system. And imagine not even saying something derogatory to the other person. Imagine just being like, "Fuck yeah, we won," and some guy's just an asshole and hits that. So I'm curious as to how many people are actually going to review it, or if there's just going to be audio cues for curse words and derogatory comments and things like that.
I can honestly say I've
So-
never been banned from anything in video games.
Well, then,
Yeah, and
But
I
for
don't
voice,
necessarily.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I don't necessarily think
I don't
that,
think I've been
like,
banned
saying
at
like
all, but
you're about to be. Again, I don't necessarily think like saying like "fuck yeah, we won" is like grounds for anything. I think more so they're looking for, again, like disruptive behavior. Like, I don't necessarily think "fuck yeah, we won" is like toxic to the environment.
that's a big game. I
like-
wonder how long the bans will take. Like if somebody reports, JP tonight, how many thousands of players are gonna they're gonna have to weed through, and like so a month from now he tries to log in and they're like, "You're on a 24-hour ban." But That's why I'm curious. Now, if it's something like they have trigger words that are picked up by some kind of algorithm, and you're getting like banned immediately, that's different.
So it
But
does
so we
go
will
a
see.
little. So it goes into some more here. They didn't specify how these new voice moderation tools will work. Consistent with the head of Players Dynamic Westhart, the technology required to detect behavior violation over voice chat remains a development. Hart hinted that it's going to rest on machine learning or specialized in automated voice to text transcription. Hart also made explicit regard to the pain in voice comms that spurred Riot to consider an answer to tackle abusive or disruptive behavior while gaming online. So again, I don't necessarily think it'll be like fuck yeah we won. I think it's gonna look for fuck you. You know what I mean?
Most
We'll find
most of
out.
most of the people I don't even report usually because I just talk shit back to them. That's not something that I do voluntarily. Like normally I'm
Yeah,
like
but
really helpful with teams and stuff.
but that's what I'm
But
saying. Now you won't be able to talk shit back. Imagine getting reported after being baited.
well, exactly. That's the weird thing is because I do that and like maybe I've considered reporting the one guy in particular. But then I was like, well, how can I report him if I just talk shit back to him? So I didn't do it. I was like, they're just gonna look at me like just as much of a bad guy, but I'm just defending myself. We had another instance where I was like 0-3, bottom of the list in the game, and this guy's just talking shit to everybody. He's like, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Blah blah blah." Just giving all this negative, just dishing out all this negative stuff, and it's like, dude, like none of that's helpful. It's like, and even if I explain why I did something in particular, you're just gonna criticize it. I can tell that you're just not in a good mood right now. But I'm just like, all right, dude, like whatever. So I make a comeback and I'm top of the match. I've dropped like 30 kills that game, and I'm just talking shit to the guy like how hard are you trying to catch up to me, dude? At this point, how hard are you trying? And it's like you deserve it, dude. It's like you can't just look at somebody that's 0-3 and just think that like they're awful or they make bad decisions and they can come back and drop a 30 bomb on you, and now you're
Get
just
good,
sitting there.
JP.
I mean, I don't know. I try to help people out, man, especially when I play unrated games in Valorant. I know there's a lot of people out there where like I look at things that they do and I criticize them in my head, but I'm like these people probably genuinely need constructive criticism to help them be better at the game. And I tell them in a way where it's like, hey, if you don't know this, you might want to try this, and it might work out better for you. And a lot of times when I do that on these teams, we end up making round comebacks, and it's awesome. I think it's a much better feeling than you
He's
being the guy
basically
that's
the
talking
Bill
shit.
Belichick of Valorant.
What?
I said Jape is basically the Bill Belichick of Valorant.
I try to I actually really try to be positive in those games, and just help people out. It's a lot more fun when you can give out a strategy and like see it take effect and see people that were doing bad start to do better in that match. People that you don't know.
I never have those issues in Rain on Your Parade. No one's ever telling me that I suck.
That's what I'm saying. You get into these multiplayer games and you might have a good time, you might have a bad time. You don't
That's
know, but
why
you just
this is why when I play multiplayer games, I just turn all the chat off. They never are turned on ever.
Yep.
Well, you have that too, and because of that toxic environment, I feel like a lot of people do that in Valorant, and you end up playing a lot of games where no one's talking, and you have to talk and strategize in those games. I don't really feel like that people should have to put up with that, but there is a mute option. Like, I don't know.
I can say it to hide in Overwatch without ever using the chat feature.
My
And
favorite
even in
thing. My favorite thing was always playing like a multiplayer game with Levi, and we would be like in a party, and then we would always hear somebody like trying to talk to us. It's like, no, it's not happening. We're not going to talk to you.
It's like the guy when we stood in line for the Reach console.
Yeah, we were real life ignoring. No, sir. No,
IRL.
thank you.
Well, if you guys want to be friends, no, we don't.
We don't.
Don't fucking
No
talk
one
to me,
does.
please. Leave me alone.
Guy was
Hey.
real weird.
I have a question for you guys. When is it okay for a game that's come out?
Never.
All right.
That's a pretty good
Basically,
answer.
this there's an article on Game Debate. Doom Eternal now has paid skins after previous claims there would be no microtransactions. So these are skins that have no effect on the game whatsoever, also a game that's been out for over a year, and some people seem to care and some people seem to not care. Because again, this isn't necessarily anything that will affect gameplay in one way or another. And the skin itself is actually it was an exclusive skin from I believe it was like something with Twitch. So it's not even, and it was limited. So it's not something you can get anymore anyway. So what are your guys' thoughts on something like this?
It's dumb.
I've never. I think microtransactions are something people freak out about, mostly when what's the word, like when the 14-year-old kid has mom's credit card. I don't care if games genuinely add microtransactions as long as they're not pay to win. But I also have the forethought to, like, I don't spend money if I don't want to spend the money on it. So I don't know why people care about microtransactions so much, unless they affect the game. That's my only issue. Like, Valorant is actually a prime example of microtransaction. It's a free-to-play game, but their
With your
skins
Nerf
are
skins.
super fucking expensive. It's the best skin in the game. Actually makes you better. It's proven. So, dude, like, people love that skin so much, they'll mid-round ask me to drop my gun so they can play with it. Like, it's a badass skin. But I also, if I remember correctly, I think that one skin was like $30.
That fucking
What did you just say?
Yeah,
that one gun
For
skin was
a gun.
$30.
dude,
A
they
gun.
have like sets for like 80-90 bucks for like 5 guns. And-
They showed me that. I went in, I started, I was like, oh wow, what the fuck are these? This mean how much does it say? I'm like 75. Like that means 75. This is like, oh no,
$75. But
it was a pack, but that's fucking ludicrous, dude.
but you
I'm in the wrong
don't have to spend that
business.
money if you don't want to.
I should be
that's the thing with,
fleecing
like, I don't know why
rubes
people
on
get
fucking
upset.
Valorant.
So,
ahead.
Doom, I don't know how much the microtransactions are, but Sergio can give me a spanking if he wants.
So this skin is only $5. It gets you. It's called the Dumicorn Cosmetic Pack, and it basically makes the Doom guy into a unicorn. It's a white unicorn
Nice.
here with wings and a horn on the top of the head. Looks like there's some different colors as well. Is there a breakdown of what it is? The Slayer skin variants, a podium, some animations, a new victory animation, and nameplate. So again, nothing that literally will like affect gameplay whatsoever, and it was a exclusive to Twitch. Missed out on the Twitch. Here's the description for the DLC. Missed out on the Twitch exclusive Dumicorn Master Collection. Get it now and become Hell's Worst Nightmare with the Slayer skins podium. So again, I don't know. I feel like people are just getting up in arms to get up in arms.
Yeah, that's true. Like you guys, it's a single player game, right?
No,
Well,
it's got
there's
multiplayer
there's multiplayer aspects to it, but again, this doesn't affect multiplayer.
But it's
like one way or another.
Okay, that's what I was gonna get at. It's an older game. It doesn't affect anything. It's just a cosmetic. I don't know. This one's dumb. I think there's a get so butt over it.
It's just
Yeah.
wild to me that, like, this was a Twitch Prime thing, I'm assuming, and like Twitch Prime for games every month, like 20 games, you can get something for free if you have Twitch Prime. Like Valorant does one every month. It might be every week actually. At least once a month, there's a free charm or some weapon skin that you can get if you have Pro. I always see Age of Tanks and Warframe and
Yes.
stuff like that is constantly having stuff, and so it's just giving. And what Amazon Prime is what on Twitch? It's what $5 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So they're even selling it for what it would probably cost you on Twitch. So
Well, I think if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, right?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Yeah. So you have it anyway. It's not necessarily going to cost you anything.
yeah,
To me, microtransactions are again it's something that will affect the game, whether it's like an XP boost. That to me is that's a microtransaction. This is just like
Or things like in Destiny, like I talked last week about that trend thing. Like that's different. Tapping off what you can game, unless you want to. That's a detrimental microtransaction.
I don't know. I've always also found microtrans. Like I said, as long as they're not paid to win, the XP thing. I know some super casual gamers that will just dump a few extra dollars in, so that they don't have to grind out this or grind out that. But it's all cosmetic. I mean, if you're people spend money on microtransactions, just like some people buy packs of cigarettes or something like that. It's why do people care what you do with your money?
It's addiction. He's saying.
he spent
I don't really-
$30 on a Nerf skin.
I don't
It's
really.
great, dude.
I
It
don't
even
really have
shoots
too-
little Nerf darts.
Yeah, the Nerf skin's really cool. I'll give Valorant that, but I think my issue with microtransactions is that it can't be pay to win, for one. It can't take away from the base content of the game. I understand the argument of if it's a free to play game, okay. But I think that there is like ethically speaking, there should be like a limit on how much we're charging for skins of stuff in a game. I mean, I think that some companies are preying off of people's love for games, love for having things that are unique and stuff, and it's kind of out of hand. Like for Doom to charge $5 for a skin, I'm not hating on that. That's totally reasonable. Not a big deal. You don't have to buy it if you don't want it. But
100%.
But for a game to charge $80 for a pack of skins that doesn't even cover every gun in the game, that just seems that's more than the cost of a whole game. So you're telling me that skins for 5 weapons are that's
Worth
like
more than a full game.
worth more than like God of War. You know what I'm saying? Like, or The Last of Us. Like, no, there's so much more value to that.
We wouldn't know because none of us played the most recent Last of Us.
So again, I guess last year,
What?
the creative director of Doom Eternal told the press that the game would have no store, and that Eternal is a $60 game, not a free-to-play game or mobile game. We're giving you a complete experience with no store, just like you expect. And then it goes on to say, unlocking skins with XP is a part of the experience if you care about that stuff, or you can completely ignore it and there will be no impact on your experience at all, and it's free. And so people are using that quote to be like, oh, well, you're charging $5 for this. And it's not even the same fucking thing.
It's gamers being how gamers are now. They always find something to bitch about.
Sure.
Also,
Joe.
JP,
Screw
yeah,
yourself.
none of us played The Last of Us Part 2.
These two were so hyped for Last of Us 2, dude. All they could talk about, and then none of them played it.
Why? What are you waiting for?
I moved.
Do you? I can go turn my PlayStation off 2 rooms away and you'll hear it over. No game in the drive. With Last of Us 2 in there, it would have been like a fucking freight train coming down, dude.
But no, and that's why are people upset. So did they include? Is this one skin the microtransaction?
Yes.
Is it like, oh, you couldn't if you don't have Twitch Prime, we're gonna offer you this skin for $5.
Basically.
Yes.
But
Then
listen,
who the fuck
hey,
cares?
if you have Game Pass, it's only $4.49 on Xbox.
Oh, fuck you guys that don't have Game Pass.
Yeah, I think this is just gamers being gamers. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, and look, you don't have to buy the skins in Valorant either, but guess what, Valorant? I'm not buying any of those skins. I'm not.
Well, you know
Levi,
what? They got
Levi
me.
will buy enough for the both of you.
I can play Valorant and enjoy 99.999% of what Valorant is and never worry about those skins.
Honestly, I only bought that skin because I got it for sale. Like,
How much is it normally?
It's usually you gotta catch it. It was probably in the $80 bundle because there's like 5 of those guns.
You
They
can't buy
they
individual ones.
rotate.
So
They
the
Like you
store
can't just
rotate
pick
rotates.
bundles.
gun and buy one after rotate in.
No, so in the store there's usually a bundle, and then there's like 4 separate guns
Yeah, no, I get
that
that.
are usually on sale. So I saw it pop up one day as the individual gun, and I
You
was
know
like,
what?
"Fuck yeah!"
You know what? If
This
they
is why I
like
never should have gone back to work because
they don't fuck up, if they fuck up that rotation one time, dude, and that thing doesn't come around for like 2 years, Levi could probably sell his account for $2,000 and make that much plus.
I'm telling you, dude.
You could do like the
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike thing where people were selling their knives for fucking $17,000 and shit.
I know a guy who just sold all his Counter-Strike skins like 3-4 months ago, because he just needed the extra money, and he said he made almost $700.
That's some NFT bullshit.
Basically, yeah.
most
And at
expensive-
the end of the day, people are buying them. So, you know what can I say to Valorant? Like, people are buying it.
Steve,
Okay, people are buying it then.
$150,000 for an AK-47 skin in CS:GO.
It's and it's
Dude.
nothing. It's
So,
like
and you know what
it
you need to
literally
get?
doesn't exist. Like you
So that
don't
skin-
have it.
To unlock that skin in Counter-Strike, you get chests. So
Okay, I'm
let's say you
familiar,
do really good
yeah.
in a match, you'll get a chest.
Yeah.
And you go into Steam and you have to buy a key. That key's like $2.50. And then you open that chest and that
And it's random.
$150,000 fucking AK skin comes out. I fucking shit myself. I'd throw it up on the market immediately.
Dude, this sounds like a gambling addiction, bro.
Well,
this sounds like a problem.
There's actually other countries that are trying to like
Ban
this
it.
type of stuff.
Because it should be. There's no reason that people should be selling those kind of things like that.
Overwatch was one of the first.
I don't
and
think-
Apex Legends too. People were spending real life money to get the random drops. So yeah, that's a little different than, hey, do you want this Twitch Prime skin that you can buy for $5 in case you don't have Twitch Prime? Like, that's different.
JC, you spelled that word wrong. Chat's going crazy because we're talking shit against Bitcoin and NFTs and fucking skins. It's ridiculous. The whole
Dumb.
deal's
All of it's dumb.
ridiculous.
Anyone that agrees with it, you're dumb.
Or skins. And like I said, if you want to spend the money, people spend money on stupid stuff.
Hey,
And
I got a
if-
cell
if
phone with
you
Flappy
have the-
Bird. Who wants to buy it?
Yeah, see?
Yo, remember that? And the PlayStation 4s that had PT on it. Yeah, but $150,000 for one skin. Come on.
Hey, if there's a market for it, baby.
Baby, there shouldn't
Hey,
be.
baby.
That's the problem.
See? An Obama skin.
Let's wrap this up. This was the 100th
Alright.
show. There was no White Claws aside from the one.
There is.
sitting
Shut
here.
up. There is a White Claw on set tonight.
There
Steve's
were
gonna
no
shotgun it right
100
now.
nuggets.
Chug.
Do,
Chug.
do it.
Chug.
Do it. Do it.
Levi,
think I've
where
ever
can people
seen
find
Steve.
you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Frank and Boozy.
Levi, that new mic,
Then-
you sound amazing.
Thanks.
do.
I still want a Frankenculture sticker for right here. Right here.
Fair enough.
Be a good spot for it.
So
Yeah.
Diaper in chat's wondering why we didn't do 100 nuggies because my 3 co-hosts are all wusses. I would have done it. Maybe I'll just
feel
do
like I
it
would've done
off
it.
the clock.
I ate a double down for you. I could probably do 100 chicken nuggets.
Look at that. There's money being thrown around in chat. Sponsorships for these nugs. And you three
If you
clowns.
catch me on a good day, I feel like I could do 100 nuggies.
Levi would not beat me.
Levi would make it into about 85 before it starts. Like
Thanks, Sergio. I appreciate it.
No,
Can we get
Levi. wouldn't
$500
do
on
it.
fucking-
Levi.
You guys eat ghost peppers?
Fuck
no,
no.
I can't eat anything hot. No,
I feel
Levi.
like
Levi
you
cannot
give me
eat more than
various
me.
sauces to break up the monotony. I'm totally in. I got
No,
this.
you gotta eat them. Gotta eat them plain. Like you can't eat them with sauce.
Yeah, I
Sauces
can
are
eat that.
sauces are allowed.
Oh, we're doing sauces. Okay, what sauce? What sauce are you gonna do, Levi? What's your number
No,
one?
that's why I said I would
sauce?
need various sauces to break.
What?
up the
Okay,
monotony.
3 sauces. You get 3 sauces.
Ranch,
What-
barbecue, honey mustard.
You know what? I would skip on the ranch, but maybe like a sweet and sour, honey mustard
Levi-
and barbecue. I'm for all 4 though.
Yeah, I'll skip the ranch. I'm literally with Levi on this. Sauce
How are you
on
guys
that one.
shitting on ketchup's the only sauce? Chat saying
Ketchup only?
You
Oh,
said-
I'm out.
I'm not doing
Fuck that.
ketchup. Ooh,
we
honey.
need mods to ban people when they
We
say
need-
ridiculous comments like that.
Honey muzzy only? Oh, I'm down for honey mustard only.
Who said ketchup, Serge?
do honey mustard.
Yeah, of course.
Serge
Serge
does
said
ketchup
you
only.
push ketchup.
I'm gonna throw up thinking about that.
Yo, legit, like I can eat ketchup, but if I smell
can't.
ketchup like later in the day, with like when I'm not eating it, I get like sick to my stomach and I have no idea
Same,
why.
dude.
Like the smell of like ketchup or old ketchup is just like no.
Fucking gross.
No.
Every time, dude. I'm with
Yeah. No. That bowl or whatever the ketchup was
you.
in has to
you
be
order
washed
your
off
burgers
immediately.
with only cheese and ketchup. I'm gonna fucking.
That's disgusting.
I'm gonna fucking puke, man.
Yeah, I'm not. You know what? Over the years, my palate is refined past ketchup.
I'm a kid. Man's out here like I like
Okay,
top
Gordon.
ramen with ketchup.
Ugh.
Puke, you won't. I don't
The
want to.
the lesson is I would smoke all 3 of these guys in any sort of nugget eating competition.
Look, I say that I can't do it, but you saying that makes me want to do it.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Only our Patreon content, ladies and gentlemen.
100
So
chicken nuggets, and then afterwards, ghost pepper. Immediately after.
oh no,
oh,
I'll die.
fuck no.
I
What
would
the
legit
fuck?
die.
Yeah, why would you want to do that? Like,
But Chad
This
is
is
what actually-
Chad is going.
Steve would actually probably have a heart attack.
I would. Chad is going bonkers right now. Sergio and my wife also does this. Puts fucking ketchup like on hash browns, and that's disgusting. Ketchup has
It is
no
gross.
place on the breakfast table. Ketchup
I agree.
is an
Hot sauce or
afternoon
nothing.
condiment.
Get out of here.
I do love me some sriracha.
No,
I was like, I was
there's
thinking,
no
like,
condiment
getting a hot
that should
sauce.
be at the breakfast table aside from maple syrup.
You're
Oh
wrong.
no. Yeah, you're wrong here, bud.
What's wrong with you?
You're a fucking
No.
communist.
No. No, you guys are
Hash
fucking
browns
wild.
are fries, you goof. it's like a fake version of fries, bro.
No. No.
No.
Ketchup has no place at breakfast. The sugar content in ketchup alone. Ridiculous.
So you're saying that? Hold on,
Since when the fuck do you care about sugar content?
hold on. What's he saying? Is he saying
What did your wife just say, by the way?
Yeah. You and Stackhouse are both fucking dragging me for that comment.
that's
the fuck? The sugar content in the fucking ketchup is so high. Oh, oh.
put ketchup
Meanwhile,
on my-
orange juice is pure sugar.
so is syrup. You use the maple syrup.
And maple syrup.
Idiot. Great way to bury yourself.
Ugh. Fuck ketchup.
The worst.
Oh,
time to do
ketchup's
it. I
fucking
put ketchup
gross.
on my steak.
Ketchup is
Oh,
ketchup at
I'm
breakfast
leaving.
is disgusting.
I'm going home. And to wrap this up, I need to
Ketchup
leave.
on your steak. Oh my god, dude. Stackhouse,
up,
where
I'm
can people
leaving.
find you?
You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram under Stacks House, STAXX House. Come over and say hi. Let me know that you hate ketchup as much as the rest of us normal people do.
Stacks, get some new internet. Ranch on pizza is the only way to eat pizza, especially in high school. JP, Thanks for joining us again.
Thank you, sir. Glad
He's
to
just a
be-
part of the fucking team.
For Stackhouse, for Levi, for JP, this has been the Frankenculture Podcast, episode 100. Thanks so much, everyone, for listening, whether you're listening for the first time or you've listened to all 100 plus episodes of our nonsense. We really do appreciate you guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms. Ugh, ketchup's disgusting. Goodbye.
Bye.
I just
Night,
stopped
everybody.
recording. Sergio, you're disgusting.
I'm gonna go
Yeah, that's-
eat.
That's
so
fucking
I'm
gross.
eating too.
Ketchup on eggs.
I haven't eaten yet.
Ugh. All right, I'll talk to you guys
Ketchup on
later.
scrambled eggs.
All right, bye,
Oh,
boys.
ketchup on scrambled eggs is
Repeat.
disgusting too.